What's up everyone? In this video I am on the search for Picoballs. This new patch has some interest in Picoballs for Wicklow, who is trying to collect some items. So I'm going to go explore all 9 locations in this video and see if I can find a lot of Picoballs. So coming into the first one here on Microtech. Man, it looks like rural Alaska coming in here. So this is Point Wayne Emergency Shelter. This is one of the 9 locations where the Picoballs can spawn. No one else is here, it looks like. It's great. Kind of a tricky little ridge to land on, but this should work right here. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. Doubt anybody else is here, but pull the gun just in case. Oof, it is wet here. It's pretty though. Super wet. Alright, first location, I think they generally are found on these beds. I've never actually looked or found one. Ha! There it is right there. Picoball. Fantastic. I don't know how many I'm going to actually find today. They're supposed to be pretty rare. I mean, only 9 locations. Let's do some looting here. Alright, didn't find too much in the loot boxes. So the next one is also here on Microtech. So get up to altitude so that we can quantum around to the other location. It is called Calhoun Pass Emergency Shelter. Gotta love Microtech. It's a ways out here, but sure is beautiful. Alright, I don't know if the sun's coming up or going down, but there it is. A little warmer in this part of the planet. Awesome. I think all of the locations, all 9 spots where you can find these Picoballs are little emergency or aid shelters like this, but we'll find out. Oh wow, look at that sunset. Dang. This game sometimes. Whew. Alright, let's go ahead and land here. Okay, I've actually had Copion on Microtech come up on me before, so I'm gonna be ready for that. Man, it's pretty. Alright. Yes. Number 2. 2 for 2. That is awesome. Okay, let's do some looting. Next one is on Aberdeen. So, jump to Aberdeen now. There's only one on Aberdeen, so let's go check it out. Man, that's pretty. Look at that. Alright, sped that up a little bit for you. Coming into Hurston. And actually, I'm going to stop a little short here. Aberdeen happens to be pretty hot right now because of the current... this patch has, like you probably already know, the new Hawthorne sites, the OLPs, the paths, and Aberdeen has 2 of those locations. So there is, and it's brand new, just in the last couple of weeks. So it's pretty exciting. A lot of players on Aberdeen and Daymar though, and a lot of people enjoying the PvP side of that. And so I don't want to show up to Aberdeen and lose these 2 Picoballs. So I decided before I go to Aberdeen, I'm going to drop here at Everest Harbor, which is one of 2 main spots I keep stuff, so I'm going to drop off these Picoballs. There we go. Alright, and I did find a couple of other items that I grabbed from loot boxes, but there we go. 2 Picoballs in storage. Polish off a cruise before we jump back in. And throw it over there. Alright, let's go. As you can see, I am styling the Crusader security heavy armor today. I think I picked up on a bunker run on Daymar once. Go. Nice. That looks awesome. Hurston. Alright, coming into Aberdeen. This happens to be at Barton Flats Age Shelter. This is the only possible location of Picoballs on Aberdeen. It also happens to be very close to Klesher Prison, right there. So, Barton Flats could be a location where, yeah, there's a ship there. Could be a location where we possibly encounter some prison escapees. So, we'll come in, check this out. That looks like a dragonfly or a hover quad. There's a second one over here. That one looks like terrapin, a medical terrapin. Don't see any players though. I'm gonna go ahead and land. Just be careful that, just don't want a escapee to steal my ship, so we'll be a little careful here. Alright, looks clear. Go ahead and close this up. Go over the hill. I just parked over the hill from the, or landed over the hill from the aid shelter, so be a little cautious as I come on in. Alright, swept around the area, looks clean, gonna come on in. I doubt anybody is in here because the way the door's cycled, but we'll play it cautious. Clear the area. Alright, we're good. No Picoball on that bed. Let me look around. Up here? Nope. Alright. Looks like no Picoball at this location. Just double check. Do some looting. Alright, I picked up one piece of heavy armor, but that was it. Let's get out of here quickly and head over to the Crusader area. You know what? I have a new ship that I haven't really used yet. Maybe I think I'm gonna go get my new ship. Alright. My new ship is an Intrepid, and I haven't really flown it much. So I'm gonna land here at Everest and switch to the Intrepid just to see that one.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval
Store
system.
my beloved Drake Cutlass Black.
Your vehicle has been moved to our
Pull
service, so please visit us again.
the Intrepid. There she is. Alright, I've switched out the gun for an M6A laser cannon, and I've got the wave front paint, which looks awesome. I've flown this very little. I flew it around just to get the gun and a couple of new components on it, and that's it. So I'm excited to try it out while we go search for the other Picoballs.
Launch complete. Landing gear up.
Sweet. I don't usually exit that way, but that was fun. Alright, we're heading to Daymar. There are 2 possible Picoball locations on Daymar, so we will jump over to Crusader now.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Dang, I like the way the ship sounds.
Quantum travel engaged.
Okay, I made it to Crusader. Jump into Daymar now.
Quantum travel engaged.
Daymar happens to be one of my favorite moons in the Stanton
Quantum
system.
travel complete.
It's a cool place. So this is Dunlow Ridge Aid Shelter, one of the other 9 locations.
Quantum travel engaged.
Yeah, such a cool looking moon. Although there are prettier ones in Pyro, gotta say. Well, in Yela. Alright, I feel like I'm coming in pretty hot. Too hot, maybe. Atmosphere. Oh yeah, I'm coming in hot. Ooh, I'm gonna flip and burn. Flip and burn.
Shields on.
Yep, flip and burn. Just gotta slow myself down. Okay. Not as bad as I thought, but I was coming in too fast. Flip and burn worked. Alright, no other ships here. Sit down right here.
Engines off.
Yeah, that is a sweet looking little ship. I know a lot of people don't like the Intrepid because of its asymmetry, but I actually really like it. Cool looking ship. All right, let's see. Yes, another Picoball. All right. Third one in the bag. Let's do some looting. Okay, get out of here now. One more site on Daymar. This one is called Wolf Point Aid Shelter. Not too far away on Daymar. And here we go, coming into Wolf Point.
Shields on.
A little slower this time. Alright, no other ships here. That's good. Ladies and gentlemen.
Engines off.
Oh, nope. Alright, no Picoball here, it looks like. It's alright. I honestly thought I'd find one or two.
Launch complete. Landing gear up.
Alright, next location is on Selen. So we'll jump over to Selen, around Crusader.
Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel engaged.
There we go, Selen. So this is called the Ashburn Channel Aid Shelter. That's the next location. No other ships again. I don't think I've seen another player this entire session. It's crazy.
Engines off.
Alright, Picoball. Oh, yes. Seems like it's in the same location every time. Man, I feel like I'm getting super lucky. Okay, some looting. Ugh, I love Selen actually. I like the contrasts, the light and the dark. Very pretty moon. Next one is called Mogoat Aid Shelter. Mogoat. I love that Cellin also has these volcanic structures like this, big volcanoes. It's so awesome. My shadow. Alright, let's sit down right here. Oof. Alright, let's see if we're super lucky again. Yes, yeah. Same location every time. Man, really pulling these Picoballs in.
Launch complete. Landing gear up.
Alright, next one is not on Cellin, it is over on Yela. So 2 locations over there on Yela next. Yela. Does not disappoint. It is so pretty. Hey, look at this ground. Look at that. It's so cool. Oh, and the ring. Oof. Gotta love Yela. If you don't love Yela, something's wrong with you, honestly. Yes. Nice. Nice, nice. I think that brings a total to 6 so far. One more location here on Yela. See if we can find a 7 out of 9. That would be crazy. Nakamura Valley? Nakamura Valley? Ancient. Oh, Crusader coming with you. That's cool. No one here. No other ships. Okay, last shelter. Yes! Holy cow. I seriously found 7 Picoballs from the 9 locations where they can exist. That's crazy.
Launch complete. Landing gear up.
Back home to Evers Harbor. It's not technically home. I live in Pyro full time. But for now, whenever I'm in Stanton, I use Everest as my home base. Home away from home.
Shields on.
I really have enjoyed this little ship. That was fun. I like the Intrepid. All right, move the rest of the Picoballs and some of the loot that I found into this storage. There's the 2 we got earlier. Here are the other 5. That's crazy. I really feel like no one else was looking for these on this server, I guess. I got lucky and 7 out of the 9, or maybe there was just one other person. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I now have 7 Picoballs to share or use. But anyways, thanks for following along. Feel free to subscribe, like, and I'll see you in the verse.